Oh, hey. What's going on? Comment in the chat. Now Awake writes, Radko Gudas is a good man. No, he's not. Hit the countdown. Enough of that garbage. He's not a good man. He's terrible. Terrible human being.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hopefully you're feeling good. And if you got hammered and you're not feeling good, you had a good weekend. Good to talk to you. It's Monday, March the 16th. I'm Sid. This is the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Glad to see you. We're live on X. We are live on YouTube. For everyone who downloaded the podcast and listening on audio, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. We are entering week 6 of this adventure. Right? It's week 6. I was told there'd be no math. And I know the over-under on this was 8.5 weeks, so suck on that. We are running towards the over. We're 11 days until the Jays home opener, guys. Let's go. Let's go. 11 days. 11 days until Sacramento / Oakland / Canadian Denzel Clark hits 3 home runs in the opening series of the year against the Toronto Blue Jays. Looking forward to it. Kevin Gausman will be starting that Friday night. Next Friday night, a week from this Friday. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. I wanted to throw that out there because Like we need something to smile about sports-wise in this city right now. There's no question. It is gray as all hell to start the week here in Toronto. Anyone who's left their home in Southern Ontario knows what I'm talking about. It is just like it's warm enough. It's like 13 today. It's actually fine. But then it's going to be like -6 tomorrow, and it's March in Ontario. It's not a good scene. But it is gray. It is dark. It is borderline depressing, the visual in the city of Toronto and around it today. And it's fitting because Toronto's first round pick in the NHL draft this year has officially left them. It's gone. It's gone. I know it's not officially left. Yeah, but as Azzo says from the shadows, it's basically done. And Slosh Hogger in the chat kind of sums it up with this comment. Leafs can't win when we needed to win before and right after the Olympics, ... Pressure's off, and now they're being performatively Leafian. Pitiful. That basically sums it up. The Leafs, the second that asshat Radko Gudas goes after the MCL of Auston Matthews, the Toronto Maple Leafs are the best team in hockey, basically. They have 5 points out of their last 6 available in the standings. They got a point in Buffalo Saturday. They won last night in Minnesota. They won in Minnesota. Stop telling me the Wild are some Stanley Cup contender. That is a lie. Quinn Hughes has to play 4 other positions and goal for them to be a Stanley Cup contender. The Wild need to bury the Leafs. The Leafs almost didn't get into Minnesota last night because of like 20, 25 centimeters of snow. How do you not beat the Leafs on the back end of back-to-backs? Stop telling me about the Minnesota Wild. Bill Guerin, he's funny in a press conference. They're not doing anything, that team, if you can't beat the Leafs in that situation. But I digress. The Leafs have lost their first round pick. It's not going to be top 5 protected. They are 6 points out of the bottom 5 with 14 games left. And Bo Grew might win the Hart Trophy for these last 20 games. If there was a Hart Trophy in the NHL for the last 20 games of the regular season, Bo knows the last 20 games. And I got to tell you something. It's an awful look for Brad Treliving. It really is. I'm glad for Bo. I'm glad for that story. This guy's been at Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto the whole time with the Marlies. Really? Like that's such a bad Treliving look. Listen, Jacob Quillen, garbage. Not great. Maybe that one was a good call. Honestly, he's not great. How Philippe Myers is still finding his way into this, I have no idea. That guy should be nowhere near a National Hockey League roster. But Bo Grew, to have him buried like that, come on. Anyway, my main point today on the grayest of gray mornings in Southern Ontario is the Leafs can't even get tanking right. And I don't know what to say about it. And I'm going to do this again because once I get into Matthews, I'm going to walk around for a while. But early on in the show, I'm going to say, Jeff Azzopardi, good afternoon. How was your weekend, sir?
It was pretty good, Sydney. Happy 3/16 to you and yours.
Oh my God, is it Pi Day?
It is. No, wait, that's 3/14.
So what is 3/16?
Stone Cold Day. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
That's why I was late today. I was looking for my Austin 3/16 shirt and I couldn't find it.
Everything's a day. Austin 3/16.
Day. Yeah,
the all-time. Okay, before
it's 3.14.
You're right. I had no idea.
That was on the weekend.
That was the day of pies.
Right.
That's when people hilariously just went on social and talked about how much they love pie as much as they do.
Right.
That's the rock. That's Rocky Maivia Day. Yeah. Do you like pie?
There you go. It's true. Certain type of pie.
Quickly, today's Stone Cold Day.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Stone Cold memory? Because I have one that beats every memory.
Not when he gave that quote after King of the Ring.
It's
got to be the match with Bret Hart for sure.
That's your first memory of Stone Cold.
No, I just love. Wow, it's on the beer truck when he's spraying McMahon, or when he fills his car with cement. There is a few.
See, you missed both of mine. Okay. Now I have another that I have to say.
All right, go for it.
My two on this Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, 3/16. There's 2 things he did I'll never get over in terms of how amazing they were.
Okay.
When he started saying "what" in interviews
Yeah.
for no
That's
reason, for no reason, it was like a tick. He couldn't stop.
Yeah.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
true. And the crowd still does
And
it.
they still do it
It
today.
still does. It's annoying now, but
And
it
this-
was funny when he did it.
The second thing is when he hit Vince with a bedpan in the hospital.
Yes.
That's a
Mr.
top
Psycho.
5
That is
make me
true.
laugh wrestling
He was
moment.
dressed as the doctor and the nurse, and then just swiped him in the head with the thing.
And
Yeah.
Vince sold it so
So
well,
it's true.
like so well. Anyway, happy Stone Cold Day for all of you.
For
As,
sure.
as we all know,
And relax on the Wild. How many times did we used to see the Leafs in that
Get
same
outta here, the Wild.
situation?
get out of
No,
here.
no,
Oh,
but-
the Wild or some Stanley. Get the hell
You're
out
locked
of here
into a
with that guy.
playoff spot. The Leafs used to do this
Really?
all the time, and a team comes in on the back end and they just couldn't get up. Who would get up to play the Maple Leafs right now? Like, come on.
Dark Horse in the chat. Stone Cold driving the Zamboni to the ring,
Yeah.
spraying Vince with beer.
Yeah.
Weren't there like another 13 people in the ring when he did that?
Totally.
There was like
For
Triple H and when he was
Yeah.
dating Steph, and it
Mhm.
got kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. See, Jack agrees with you. It's with the bedpan for sure. I forgot about that one. That one's quite good. That's quite good.
T3MPYY writes, how do you navigate not explicitly telling the team we are tanking as a coach?
Because they don't communicate well.
I mean, you don't have to play
And
like you don't have to play Nylander that
my
much.
second beef with you, it wasn't after Gudas hit him. It was like a period later that they came alive. And they didn't do it right away.
No, they were losing.
Yeah.
No, that's what I meant.
For the rest of the period.
No, that's what I
they
meant.
didn't.
After, well, there wasn't much of a period left after Matthews got hurt. But I'm just saying.
But I'm saying nothing happened immediately. We talked about this.
We'll dive
Took
back.
some time.
We'll dive back
Anyways,
into the
yeah, you go.
story that will not go away in the city of
It won't.
Toronto.
Why
Nor
should it?
should it. Nor should
Except
it.
now they're going to make a run to the 9th spot in the East.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're right. Not only is one gone, I think top 5's gone now. These guys are going to like actually make a run and finish 9th or 10th in the East.
Snackatoba. I don't know what this
Whoa.
means. I don't know what that means. It's easy to tank. 4th line gets the most minutes. It's true.
It's pretty
It's
simple.
actually a very good response in the chat.
It's true.
How do you tank? Put out the tankiest tanks
I mean, let
of the tanks.
Bo Grew just,
All the tanks.
just
Bo Grew
fill
has
it up.
to sit right now.
Yeah.
Bo Grew cannot play any more games in the Toronto Maple Leafs.
It
this
is
season.
amazing. He couldn't get a sniff
That's
before, right?
great. Treliving looks awful. That
Does
looks
he? You put that
terrible.
all on Treliving, not a little
The
bit
calling
on
up of
Berube?
the Berube does not pick who gets called up. Berube plays who's here.
No,
That's how that
he
works.
has a say,
No,
dude.
I
Especially when
disagree.
they had injuries
I
and
disagree
all
with
these
that.
line changes, like Max Domi
I
consistently
disagree.
on the top
Kelly
line.
Yarncroc playing all the time is Berube.
Mhm.
There's no way Treliving wants him to play all the time. The guy's gonna be a free agent. He's a
So who
nobody.
decides the healthy scratches that Treliving brought here and signed?
The coach.
Right.
The coach.
So
But he does not decide who gets called up. He does not decide who gets traded. He does not decide what assets come. Listen, in theory, I'm just telling you in theory, that's how it works in the National
I'm
Hockey
trying
League.
to think when they had all these injuries, like early and middle of the year, who replaced those people on the roster?
See, people are agreeing with you that he has to say. That's not how it should work.
Of course he does.
That's not how it should work, though. Treliving has to have 100% autonomy on who gets called up, who gets sent down. That's ridiculous. Don't give me that.
But at some point, why wouldn't you just try to mix it up this season? Like
Uh,
this is the hardest they've played all year.
Andy Green in the chat, or Grant, excuse me. Berube keeps his thoughts to himself. I doubt that heavily. In that second period last Thursday, the infamous last Thursday, I don't think
The
he
guy
did.
obviously doesn't even ask for a spotter in the gym, so maybe.
Oh, here we go. Walter Cruz in the chat. Are you seeing this?
No, where is this? Oh yeah, yep.
Trade Treliving and Berube for the Hunter Boys from London, Ontario.
Let's go.
Oh, Mark Hunter. For those who have forgotten, a long time ago,
Long time ago.
in
Rumor.
a galaxy far, far away, Mark Hunter and Kyle Dubas had themselves a sword fight, you can say, inside the Leafs organization.
Yep.
And at some point, one of them was going to win and move on and potentially be the GM of the team. And it was Kyle Dubas who did it. Mark Hunter was close.
It's true.
Mark Hunter was a respected
And always
guy.
around the rumors, right? Trying
Yep.
to scare people. Bluth family intern has it right. You know how the Leafs are doing well? Because shirtless Nylander is back in the post.
Oh, I'm
game.
gonna play you a clip from Nylander Saturday night
All right.
that you're gonna faint when you hear this.
Let's get going. Then.
You are going to pass out. If you're in your car, pull over, go to McDonald's, get some nuggets, relax, and then listen to that section. because you will not believe. It is now my mission to play as many Nylander clips as I can to let people know what this guy's about. Because this guy's gotten a free
Is it
ride.
that hard to figure out?
No, I don't think people pay attention like that.
Yeah, fair.
I pay attention like that.
That's fair.
I know Luke Fox and the media down there pay attention like that. And I think we need to open this up and let Leaf fans both here in Ontario, in the GTA, and around the country and around the world know what the hell William Nylander is thinking, because it usually isn't much. But he made a very interesting political play Saturday night, and I can't wait to let that one sit there.
Let me get one more comment in here, just half because of the comment, half because I want to read the handle. Mikey Mortadella says, the Leafs are the only team to make tanking look harder than winning a cup.
Shout out Mikey Mortadella.
What a great handle, huh?
Giovanni Genoa Salami also had a comment. Now, Mikey, thanks. I want Mortadella.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
We need it.
When's Mortadella Day on the calendar?
I'll look it up while you're going on.
There's got to be a Mortadella Day on the calendar. Someone in the chat, find this in 3 seconds. When is Mortadella Day on the calendar?
Good place around here. Get a sandwich too.
You know what? My silent, it's weird with me. The older I'm getting, the worse I react to condiments. And I love me some mustard. Like, mustard is one of my favorite things. Mortadella and mustard was always a great passion of mine, but I can't have the mustard anymore. It's May 2nd. Oh my God, it's real.
I have October 24th.
It's October 24th. We have conflicting reports on
apparently it moved.
June 23rd. Okay, we have 3 different answers to this.
I'll figure this out.
Appreciate all the answers, guys.
If I miss a cue to hit a thing, it's because
two of you are wrong on when is Mortadella Day on the calendar.
All right.
Okay, so let's go. So hold on. Before I dive in and ignore you for 30 minutes, do you believe the Leafs still have a shot?
Like our pre-show meeting.
Do you still think the Leafs have a shot at finishing bottom 5 and giving themselves the best possible chance? Because they could finish outside the top 5 and get into the top 3. You think top 5 is not in their fate? You think the Leafs are so cursed and inept they will not have a top 5 protected pick and lose their first rounder this year?
No,
I agree.
And you know what scares me is that this gives credence to the quick retool, and Brad is like, "Hey man, see, I told you." Add injuries to all this. Look how much heart they're playing.
Sorry, you mean the way they're playing right now leads to a quick retool?
Yep.
Well, there's some tools involved.
Yeah.
That I can tell you.
Go get them.
Okay. Azzo, good to see you.
Thanks.
And good to see everyone in
Monday.
the chat.
Happy 360.
So I think I know there's a lot of people out there who consistently say, especially of folks in my position with a microphone with some platform, who say to people like me and others, you got to let stuff go, man. You're harping on this. You're harping on that with the Leafs. You're talking too much about this. You're talking too much about that with the Leafs. Just let it go. It's not that big a story. What happened last Thursday against the Anaheim Ducks at Scotiabank Arena is casting a 100-foot-long shadow over the entire organization. If you want to fight me on that, you're not educated enough to know. And it's not your fault. Because you got jobs, you're students, you got families, you got stuff going on. It's not your fault. You're not supposed to be on this all the time. A lot of people in this chat are. But if you're not, it's not your fault. I get it. What I'm here to tell you is I'm right. And I'm right in a serious, serious way. And some of the most dialed-in hockey people are also parroting that same thing because they know. And when last we spoke, last Friday, the situation was we didn't exactly know what Matthews was going through. We didn't think it was good. And Gudas was getting a phone hearing, which meant no more than 5 games on the suspension. That's all we knew. Oh, and we knew that Morgan Rielly and William Nylander were just very confused in the moment. Very confused. We put out a couple of clips on Instagram and TikTok that got well over 500,000 views on that topic. So we appreciate it. Thank you. And the reason it got views is because I was right again. I hate being this right about everything. Do you know how exhausting this is? Do you know how exhausting this is? This is not a blessing. This is not a blessing, man. Like I would much rather be a Leafs GM than be this right all the time. Honestly. But let's go back. So we leave here, Azzo and I leave here, and Leafs PR is not some beacon of effectiveness throughout my lifetime. It just hasn't been that way. Leafs PR are late on a lot of things. They're not very smart on a lot of things. It's not good. It hasn't been a good scene. However, the update, I'd say it was around 5 o'clock Eastern Friday, something like that. 6 o'clock. The update that came out on Auston Matthews was timed properly because the Gudas suspension news wasn't down yet. So the Leafs said, what are we waiting for? To hell with it. Or they got their MRI imaging back on Auston Matthews. Whatever the case was, the Leafs around 6 p.m. Eastern Friday put out the news of what Auston's injury was, and he's gone for the year. Let me read this to you verbatim. Brief but effective statement from Leafs PR. I can't remember the last time I really said that, but it was. This was the update. Maple Leafs announced today that Captain Auston Matthews sustained a grade 3 MCL tear and quad contusion on March the 12th during the second period of the game against Anaheim. Matthews will be reevaluated in approximately 2 weeks. A further update will be provided at that time. He will miss the remainder of the 25-26 season. So that was out. I thought that was smart. That made a lot of sense, especially when at best case scenario, Gudas was only getting 5 games and people were already wound up about that. So not long after the Leafs put that statement out, George Parros, who's been in this position since 2017 as the head of the Department of Player Safety, Unsafety. I'm just going to call it the Department of Player Unsafety. What the hell are they going to do about it? George Parros has been in this job since 2017. And they came out with the news that it was the max under a phone hearing for Radko Gudas and that knee on Matthews, but 5 games is it. That's it. The fact that George Parros and the NHL Friday morning immediately just asked for a phone hearing without knowing how badly Matthews was hurt is quite something to me. Now, in terms of Matthews' injury, it's not an MCL or an ACL or a PCL. It's an MCL. That's significant. And 8 to 12 weeks is what you hear a lot on that kind of stuff. That's good news for the Leafs on a couple of fronts. One, they don't believe, and Elliot Friedman reported this Saturday night, they don't think Matthews is in jeopardy of missing the start of next season. They're not sure about surgery. Swelling has to go down. But historically with this kind of injury, because it could have been a lot worse, historically with this type of Auston Matthews knee injury, we're talking 8 to 12 weeks. And I know I'm getting a little dark here, but should Auston Matthews ask out of Toronto, I don't think it's going to stop teams from making you a good offer. Now, that depends on where Auston Matthews wants to go and how many teams he narrows it down to, because I don't know if you've heard, the Leafs like giving out their no movement clauses, and they have. So the injury news could have been worse on Matthews. The Parros decision, George Parros decision comes out, 5 games. Judd Moldaver, his agent, is contacted by Elliot Friedman. And to say, look, I have never in my life seen Auston Matthews in front of a camera go off. Someone needs to correct me if they've seen it, like on or off the ice, now that I'm thinking about it. But I have never seen Matthews have any type of JT Miller, Anthony Stolarz, go back in the day, Chris Draper after that cheap shot from Claude Lemieux kind of scrum. Like he's never had that tone, ever. But the statement that Matthews' agent, Judd Moldaver, made to Elliot Friday night gives you a window into Matthews' soul a bit here. And I think this should be very concerning if you're a Leaf fan. Let me read the statement first. This is what Moldaver said to Friedge Friday. Quote, "In light of the obvious severity of the play, I am disappointed and shocked that the league would allow such a ruling. A phone hearing and 5 games is laughable and preposterous." He went on to say, While the process is set in our CBA, that this was the discipline is reckless and ridiculous. The decision results in further loss of confidence in the disciplinary process for all players. Players and fans deserve better. The player safety department should be suspended. Woo! He is offering up suspending the place that suspends. Think about that. That's like in that movie where I forget the movie and someone in the chat's going to correct me. If Verk was here, he'd kill me. When the judge goes, "You're out of order," and someone goes, "No, you're out of order. This whole stick of cards out of order. You're in contempt." Judd Moldaver suspended the House of Suspensions in that statement. Wow. Love it. Love it. I'm gonna say this about the suspension, and we'll get to Matthews and his kind of feeling right now in a second. Scent of a woman from Perry in the chat. Thank you. Is that not also the one where he goes, "A great ass"? No, that's Heat. Sorry, Al Pacino. He said that in Heat. I'm confusing Al Pacino movies. I'm sorry. Sorry, and Justice for All. I'm hearing Dog Day Afternoon. Sorry, again, more controversy in the chat about what that movie was. No, there has to be one consensus here. It was Scent of a Woman? Are you sure about that? Because I feel like that quote in the movie is like way older than Scent of a Woman. All right. Really? It's Scent of a Woman?
It's from 1992.
You're out of order movie line. I'm literally looking this up right now. Because I'm seeing it's Al Pacino in Justice for All. That's what I'm talking about. What do you mean no? I'm telling you the line that I heard in the movie. It's a legendary Pacino movie. Anyway. You're all suspended in the chat and Azzo for that. Suspended. It's not Scent of a Woman.
It's Scent of a Woman. He goes, "I'll show you out of order," and then he goes.
But that's a different line.
Oh, okay.
That's not the same. It's kind of the same line.
Oh, you didn't explain the problem.
I didn't give you the context on And Justice for All starring Al Pacino, 1979.
I agree with the chat. Scent of anyway.
All right. Does the chat mind if we movie and wrestling diverse now and again? I don't think they do. I don't think the listeners do. We all watch movies and watch a little wrestling. It's fine. But back to the suspension. Because I'm going to move on about Matthews' mentality here in a sec. Actually, no, I'm not. I want to hear from Berube and McDavid. Let's start with Craig Berube. So Craig Berube now has to speak for the organization Saturday morning in Buffalo following this because no one from the Toronto Maple Leafs put out another statement. Keith Pelly said nothing. Brad Treliving publicly said nothing. I understand the National Hockey League will hurt you if you go public with criticism. I get that that's their threat. But once in a while, you just got to let it fly, man. I'm sorry. That statement from MLSC, as effective as it is, and it helped their PR, and it was a smart move, illustrating that Matthews was gone for the year. I agree with it. Someone has to turn over a table who wears a suit every day. I'm sorry. It can't just be on Berube and in a roundabout way McDavid in the clip you're about to hear. It can't be that. And it can't be Judd Moldaver, the agent for both McDavid and Matthews. It can't be that. There was a void in public leadership here. I'm sorry. Your season ticket holders cannot watch 34 play again. That means something to them. You have to attack the league a little bit. It doesn't have to be long. Just like a tweet or something. Owner of the Mets, Steve Cohen, would have had a field day with this. You have a Twitter account. Use it. Just use it. Anyway. Obviously, the 5-game suspension was bothering a lot of people. Here is Craig Berube in Buffalo before the game Saturday morning.
We lose our guy, our captain for the year. I don't know. It doesn't seem like enough for me. But, I'm not in them positions to make those calls. So, it is what it is. But, for me, I would say it's not enough. I mean, you lose your your star player or captain for the year, it's a guy doing it's a repeat offender. It just doesn't seem like enough.
It doesn't seem like enough. Bluth family intern in the chat. Nice handle. Nobody paying money to watch Radko Gudas play. Ain't that the truth, Bluth? I agree with that. But again, Berube's become the de facto spokesperson of the organization. Where the hell's Treliving? Where he was that busy? Doing what? Not calling up Marlies who deserve to be up here? What was he doing? Man. Okay, so if MLSC writ large executive-wise aren't going to really make a strong statement about Gudas being suspended only 5 games, we got to go to other sources, don't we? So let's go to another source. Let's go to Connor McDavid yesterday, who, before that game against Nashville, a game where the Oilers kind of lost their own guy in Leon Draisaitl. We don't know what his status is. It wasn't as egregious as Matthews, but it was, it's a star getting hit. But this was before the game last night. McDavid was asked about the suspension. And again, McDavid and Matthews are represented by the same agent, Judd Moldaver. And the one thing I've really enjoyed about Connor McDavid is he's letting it fly way more in his career because he can. He's a multiple-time MVP, scoring champion. He's going to win a cup one day. I firmly believe that. And he's a leader. And he's soft-spoken, but you can carry big sticks. Life will allow you to do that. You don't have to be Johnny Yelly guy in a mic, like me, at times, to get your point across. You don't. So Connor McDavid, a superstar in this league, after watching another superstar get completely abused by a nobody in Radko Gudas, a nobody in NHL history, ranks near 500th in all-time defenseman scoring. That if you're a superstar in this league, that should make you think. Really should. 5 games, that's it. He was asked about that yesterday morning in Edmonton, and here's what Connor McDavid said.
The player safety has done their best. It's not an easy thing to do. With that being said, I think that there is reason to take a look at how the whole process works. If every time there's a suspension, everybody complains about it. Well, why don't we take a look at the process and figure out if there's a better way to make sure that both parties are happy, because it seems like there's a lot of frustration there.
The owners, the GMs, they're in it too. We can't suspend our player for too much, so they've.
I can't speak to that. I'm not an owner. I'm not a GM. I'm a player, and I can say that from the player perspective, I think every time there is a suspension, most times there's a suspension, there is a lot of frustration from the player side. So why don't we take a look at the process and figure out a way that works for everybody?
Jack in the chat writes, McDavid is more concerned over Matthews than Treliving. I don't know if that's true, but publicly he is. Now, again, this should be said because it's factual, and facts do matter. This system was collectively bargained over and over and over again between the Players Association and the owners, of which McDavid speaks of. So any criticism, anything along those lines, fairly should be viewed through that lens. But McDavid's the type of guy who, when he says, I really want to go to the Olympics, people move mountains. And he and others have been saying, I really don't like this playoff format. That hasn't changed yet, but it's a talking point. The GM meetings start today in Florida. We'll have probably a lot of quotes out of there over the next few days, for sure. But clearly, the players at the superstar level are concerned about this. The teams are concerned about their superstars. The agents are obviously concerned about their superstars. So what are we doing here? George Parros, again, has been running the Department of Player Safety since 2017. He went to Princeton. Tough guy in the league, but he went to Princeton. He's not dumb. But somewhere along the line, in the NHL's eyes, going after your knee and maybe ending your career is not nearly as bad as a headshot. Now, you can argue maybe they're not the same. I think they're both kind of dangerous. I think we can all agree both are kind of dangerous. The neurological aspects and the science and things we've learned about headshots have changed over the last 15 years, and they better have. Thank God they have. Because it was the Wild West out there. But that all of a sudden doesn't mean knee shots are like, it's a mosquito bite. That can't happen either. But what really, really bothers me about this is, do any of you know how many games in his career George Parros played? I can tell you, 474. Do you know what percentage of those games happened with Anaheim, the team in question last Thursday? 75%. George Parros is ruling on an incident involving a team he spent most of his adult NHL life with, the Anaheim Ducks. And I bet you he still has some relationships there. I'm just guessing. This reeks, this decision. Reeks. And George Parros does not have the background to have anyone trust him on it. He is clearly going for the Ducks in this decision. He has clearly had it out for the Leafs for years. And I am not conspiracy guy with the Leafs. I think the Leafs do enough damage to themselves. But George Parros is the last guy on earth to be making this decision with the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is obscene that a guy who played 75% of his games with Anaheim is judging that Matthews decision. And this entire process has zero credibility as long as that guy is in the chair or anyone else who played. The Department of Player Safety is a joke. They need a complete independent arbitrator making these decisions. They need fresh eyes. They need someone in there who's never played the game at the professional level to have some sense of what's going on. This has not worked in my lifetime. This department has missed the boat 8 times out of 10 on every decision in my lifetime. And that Matthews call was disgusting. To immediately Friday morning say, we're not, no more than 5 games. George Parros is not fit to be in that chair. There needs to be an independent person who knows nothing about the game, and then maybe we can get somewhere. Because the Connor McDavids of this world are scared, you know what, about what's going to happen to them. I would send in the playoffs, what are the Oilers looking at first round right now? Oilers going to make the playoffs. Vegas. If I'm Rasmus Anderson and I catch 97, because in the playoffs everything is brought down a bit. Everything's like 1 game is worth 3 or whatever it is. What's stopping me? What's stopping me from having to go at 97's wheels and trying to take him out on the highway? What's stopping me? The short-sightedness on this is insanity to me. The National Hockey League need to change this up. And I hope, because the Leafs aren't going to say anything publicly, don't expect them to. I hope the Connor McDavids of the world, who know what it's like to be a superstar in this league, who know what it's like to be targeted, who know what it's like to not have the NHL have their back, do this way more publicly. Because we know Bettman doesn't like it. Good. He shouldn't like it. His league's a joke. McDavid and these stars have to figure it out. It worked for the Olympics. This is way more important. This is your livelihood. The National Hockey League's not that concerned about it. Make them. Go public way more. Take the fine. Move on. McDavid's got enough sponsors. He's fine. George Parros, a 75% of his career Anaheim Duck, telling the Leafs it wasn't that bad is a joke. He should be fired immediately for that. He's not dumb. He's just incompetent, which is worse. No one goes to Princeton's dumb. But that is not fair to the Leafs. To have Anaheim's buddy in the chair going, it is what it is. Maybe one day the Leafs will get as upset publicly as Connor McDavid got. Maybe. As I want to bring it back in. before I talk about the Leafs response, because the Leafs response is still also looming over all of this.
100%.
And I have never been accused of being a hardcore Leaf defender in my life. That's kind of not how I view things. Some people like that, some people don't. I get it. But I've been on air for a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
So maybe I know what I'm talking about a touch. But I have never been this upset during the Core 4 era at anything done to the Leafs outside of that franchise in my life. That it's irresponsible to have Parros decide on that. Am I offside on any of this, or you want to chime in?
Not at all. One, I feel the agent had to make that statement because the team didn't. You're right. Management should have said something. That's our main guy. That's a captain. Like, in the league, why do we call it the department when we always associate one guy with it? Shouldn't there be multiple guys there?
You're right, because there's multiple incompetent people in there.
Right.
Yes, multiple incompetent people.
And did we ever get an explanation why Gudas isn't viewed as a multiple offender?
Oh, thank you for bringing that up.
Like,
but
that's the part that bothers me. Like, is it like a driving ticket where after 5 years it gets stricken from your record? Like, what's going on here? Like, why we know this guy is dirty?
Yusuf in the chat, Parros is a pathetic loser.
No, but I don't know. Have they addressed why this isn't viewed as a
well? Let's bring it up, because even I forgot this
to
was
me
the
it
case.
goes to your point about him playing games with the Ducks and having to answer to somebody there.
So George Parros has been suspended 4 times in his career, mostly for going after people's necks and heads, like crazy stuff. But because his last suspension was, 2018, 2019, 2017, something like that. So his last basically the NHL have decided you are not a repeat offender unless you've done something in the last 18 months.
But have they said that? Like,
no, that's in the rule book.
Okay.
That's in the rule book.
Which is crazy.
You are not a repeat offender in the NHL if it didn't happen within the last 18 months. So let me get this straight. If you're a married couple and you cheated on your partner 24 months ago, but not within the last 18 months, according to the league, you're in the clear.
Yeah.
Honey, not a repeat offender. Not a repeat offender. What is the significance of 18 months?
Not. That's what I'm saying.
Are you kidding me? He's not a repeat offender?
That's BS.
He's not a repeat offender.
Complete crap. Yeah.
That's like saying I'm not a repeat offender when it comes to chips. Love chips.
Especially for us after what we saw he did to Sid in the Olympics. Jeez.
That's the other part of this. You know what? I understand the NHL office does not care about Canada. We've established this. That guy was just the poster boy outside of Jack Hughes and the Kachucks for winning a gold medal. You don't care he's out? You don't care he's out? Really? Really?
I know. That's the other part.
You don't care he's out. And by the way,
get him.
The National Hockey League Players Association can go to hell. Marty Walsh, all of them. And it's been a long-standing thing where you have 2 players. One's been victimized, the other hasn't, and it's the other guy who gets protected.
Yep.
And the way Frege laid that out Saturday night, the league basically gave only 5 games because they knew the PA would appeal and they don't want to deal with the paperwork. That's what we're now talking about. The next time someone gets Marty Walsh, the head of the PA, I know this is just not his problem, but he's now in the seat. You ask his ass about this. Because I don't think McDavid appreciates it.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure Matthews right now doesn't appreciate it. The fact that the NHLPA have ignored victims for their entirety while everyone pays dues. But it's the jackasses that get protected. I can't get over that.
And the league's
can't get over that.
The league's trying to make it a more skillful and less violent league, and then you don't protect your most skilled players. It's crazy. It makes no sense.
WB in the chat. The PA hates its own players. Yes. I don't know where McDavid and Matthews and players of that ilk have to go now. The PA is not going to protect you, and the Department of Player Unsafety isn't going to protect you. Like, where do you go? You have to literally bust someone's orbital bone to send a message to the league to leave me alone. Like, that's what's left. And then Todd Bertuzzi more happens again, or Todd Bertuzzi. Yeah, I get my Bertuzzis mixed up. Todd Bertuzzi, and more happens, and all hell breaks loose. That's a news story. And the NHL's like, we didn't see this coming. The NHL needs to be very careful. Did you hear Max Domi Saturday night after the game?
No.
Someone asked him about, I pulled too many clips, I couldn't pull it. Someone said, what did you think of the incident last Thursday? Max, I was furious. Because Max was on the bench.
Right.
And he wouldn't elaborate as to why he was furious. It was clear he was furious at his own guys too.
Yeah.
It was clear. And then he kept mentioning we're going to see him again March the 30th. Does the NHL not see what's going on here? They really want to create a March 30th incident between the Ducks and the Leafs?
Before a team that's going into, even for the Ducks, it's crazy.
The Leafs don't care. If the Ducks are going into that playoff, I'm taking out everyone I can.
Everybody. Agreed.
Seneca, watch out.
Especially because of your lack of...
Cutter Gauthier, watch out. I'm coming after everybody. Leo Carlson, everybody. Everybody.
Especially after their pride was called into question because of their lack of response in the moment. Now they're going to go extra hard. I would do the same thing. It's true.
Kira in the chat reminds me of Avs Wings in the early 2000s. I just can't understand where players go now for help with this in this league. Because I'm as angry at the PA as I am at the Department of Player Unsafety.
100%. And the
like, this is crazy. This is a crazy situation they're in. I don't know, man.
And like you said, everyone's still talking about it. That's how insane it is. Because I was looking for an excuse too. I'm like, are they judging it based on the lack of response from the team in the moment? But you can go back and watch tape. Like, how are you missing how dirty of a play that is? You almost ended one of the league's best guys' careers. Like, you could. It was sticking out a knee like that. That's insane how dirty that is.
It was so bad, Azo. It was so bad. And it was I keep hearing people say, well, it wasn't premeditated. Looked premeditated to me.
Well,
looked premeditated. Since we're all
premeditated.
Since we all can read each other's minds all of a sudden, sure, let's read minds. Looked premeditated to me.
But he's done it before because he's a dirty player, and that's his reaction to take a guy out.
Not a repeat offender, according to National Hockey League. That's
the
repeat
part that just
offender.
Gets me. How is he not? I don't know. It's crazy. Of course, good for McDavid standing up for his mini sticks buddy. It's McDonald's teammate there. How are they going to do that? Let's go.
Let's go.
No, he has to have a bigger voice.
Film fanatic in the chat. That's probably the worst knee I've ever seen in my life. It's up there. I don't know if it's worse than Matt Cook. I've seen some bad ones. There's been some bad ones. That one was, whoa.
Yeah.
If only the Leafs teammates would have seen it and understood what was going on.
One of the league's top stars. Come on. You say you want to protect these guys and protect them.
Yeah, I just now it's setting, like, I almost want to pull the Domi clip for tomorrow and let people hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like
no, there's a thing. Yeah. Well,
but like the funny thing to me is I don't think the Leafs have it in them really to do that kind of thing. To be that cheap. I don't think they have it in them. I just don't.
It's been 5 days and people are still questioning who they are as a team and the team dynamic and their pride and their manhood. Like, they've been having to hear it from everywhere and everyone for 4 days now, 5 days, and it's not going away. Shows are going to talk about it today too.
Everyone is talking about this.
We didn't bring up Friday. Like, Easton Cowan, what was the biggest reaction he got in that game on it was when he fought the guy in the third period. You don't think he realizes that? So don't tell me you want that out of the game.
No. I would agree with you.
But then again, you say you want to protect these guys from headshots, from illegal hits, but a knee on knee doesn't count to that? What are we doing here? And my problem with, I like what McDavid said, because he's right. Just because a system is in place, why can't you talk about it or have little exceptions?
But give yourself
the
option.
NHL has a bad history of putting something in place and then that's just the way it is. We're not going to assess it. No, there's a problem here, man.
Because they're lawyers who have put this together, and all lawyers care about is the system and what brings you the less BS. Like, that's what lawyers do. That's all lawyers care about for the most part. And that's what that's what Gary Bettman's done here, is create a system that's easy for him to rationalize. It's easy for the paperwork. It doesn't drag things out. And they're like, oh, okay, this works for us. Well, It's not working for the best players in your league, brother.
That's what I'm saying, though. So
it's not.
You got to start a conversation now. And I'm glad this is all coming up because hopefully it will.
Chris in the chat, knee for a knee. I don't like where this is going.
I bet you they don't dress half their players in it because it's the second last game of the season, I believe. Or it's pretty. No, sorry, it's not.
It's like third last.
Yeah, it's one of the later games.
I can't remember the Leafs with a West Coast trip this late in the year.
Yeah, right.
This is a weird West Coast trip for the Leafs. But that game is marked March 30th.
Yeah.
So again, what the Leafs do? Come on. Like, I don't
know. They have 7 games.
I'm not convinced.
So it's their 8th last game. So yeah.
Oh, 8th last game.
Yeah, they got some games after.
Okay.
I keep thinking March is the end of the month, is the end of the season, but it's only the end of the month.
Uber in the chat. Ty Domi is not a repeat offender. Yeah, that's a good point. He hasn't done anything for a long time. It's true.
It's true.
Okay. Anything else on the suspension itself? Then I want to get to the reaction. Because there's more reaction to the reaction.
How could you have any other thoughts on this suspension? Again, I think we're all on the same page, which means the NHL has to look at it.
Like, to see Leaf fans on the same page is not something that happens a lot. It's not something that
and the
happens
reaction to the incident and the suspension, dude, not only Leaf fans, the entire NHL. Come on.
You're right.
I don't know.
Okay, let's park the suspension. I kind of want to play you the Max Domi tomorrow. Everyone wants Ty Domi to dress for the Ducks game.
And Berube. Put Berube out there.
Put Berube in there. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? I'll take Mike Van Ryan. Throw him out there too. Big boy. So in terms of the reaction for how the Leafs didn't react, and we played you Morgan Riley Friday. We played you William Nylander. And Brandon Carlo was on the ice as well. I thought Carlo last night was maybe the worst player on the ice for the Leafs. Maybe. I don't know what's going on with that guy. I think the feeling that, you can get a first for Carlo in the future talk is dwindling fast. I don't know what this guy's going to be worth. I have no idea. Anyway, conversation for another day. But Hockey Night in Canada goes to air 6:30 Saturday night. And I did not hear, Azzo will fill me in a second on what Pronger and Kelly Rudy said. Forgive me, I didn't hear what they said. But Bieksa's comments kind of went viral. I caught that. Yeah. And I gotta tell you something, guys. With Rogers now completely owning the Leafs, letting it fly on air during Hockey Night is going to get tougher and tougher and tougher. It's just the way it works. With that said, I give a lot of credit to Bieksa and the road he went down very early in that broadcast. Now, in the clip we're about to play you, there's two things I want you to notice. First, Bieksa didn't poo-poo the suspension necessarily, but it felt like he didn't want to get into that much. He wanted to talk about the reaction or lack thereof. A guy who's been there for teammates many times in his career, and a guy who knows Gudas, and a guy who knows the Ducks. But Bieksa's on-ice life is not to walk away from something like that. That's not who Kevin Bieksa was. So Bieksa gets into it pretty quickly. I would like you, if you can, to ignore the music and the audio inside the arena that someone decided to pipe in under Bieksa during this, because for some reason, and this was the case at Sportsnet, that was there for a long time, even before I left Sportsnet in 2021. When there's B-roll, which is video of something else playing, like someone has made the decision to pipe in the most annoying music possible, and it takes away from the discussion. I don't know why. It's not just a Sportsnet thing. TSN do it. I think ESPN does it. Most networks do it. I think it's a complete waste of time when the discussion's that important. Complete waste of time. It took away a little from what Kevin was saying. Not a ton, but just a touch. And then on top of that, when they went back to Kevin in studio, they cut the music, but they had music from inside Scotiabank during the pregame skate blaring in, which is what they do. So I want to make that clear how anti that I am, and it takes away from good content. Hopefully that changes one day. Hopefully. I'm a consumer like everyone else. Anyway, this is what Kevin Bieksa had to say about how the Leafs responded Thursday night.
5 is a good suspension, but we're not going to debate that because we could talk about this for 2 hours. So the suspension is what it is. The hit is dirty. We can agree on that. Yep. We can agree Auston Matthews is the captain. He's the one untouchable on their team, right? It's a green light to defend him. So why was there nobody coming to his aid right away? For me, it's two things. It's selfish. Right? It's a selfish reason where guys were like, well, I don't want to go do something and maybe get suspended or fined, or maybe I lose my ice time, or it's, even the worst one is a lack of courage. And do we not value courage enough anymore? And courage is something like jumping on a guy, like getting in, being a team, and everyone getting it. And in the third period, all these highlights are from the third. But for me, the damage was already done when there was no initial response. And I just think about like when I played, like the Sedins were the untouchables. Prongs for you would have been like a Teemu Solani and Niedermeyer, Kelly, you play with Wayne Gretzky. Like if those guys got touched, I would fight Andre the Giant. I would jump on Andre the Giant's back, and I would expect all 4 other guys on my team to do the same thing. The fact that didn't happen, that is the bigger issue for Toronto right now, rather than the suspension. And like, this is your one untouchable, and there was no response. And if you're like, oh, our team's not built that way, well, Tampa Bay and Florida and Buffalo, average height and weight is all the same as Toronto. So it's not like a size thing. It's not like we need a Ryan Reeves back or a Ty Domi. It's a courage amongst 20 guys and a camaraderie, and that's missing right now.
Bruffy in the chat, let Bieksa run player safety.
That'd be good.
Those are some bold comments on Aaron Rodgers, and I applaud Kevin for it. So that was his take.
I mean, wasn't that everyone's take? Like, I liked how Bieksa said it, of course.
Yeah.
Because he is so great at his job. But like, how could you not feel that or think that? I think everybody around the league and everybody who does this job is aligned that there had to be a reaction there. It says something about the team and the organization and everybody. Like,
agreed. So that's the narrative going into the second intermission. So Frege comes out for Saturday Headlines, one of the best segments on Canadian television, because he puts in the work. And he had the stuff on Matthews about they're not sure about surgery, but it won't put him out for the start of next season. And then Ron asked, like, what I think is the question, and you and I kind of brought it up Friday.
you did.
And
You went down this.
I went down this road, and I think it's very, very important, and he did as well. And his question was, what does Matthews think of the non-reaction? We know what he thinks now of the suspension, or lack thereof, to Gudas. What does Auston Matthews think of the non-reaction? And Frege said, Matthews hasn't spoken yet. They haven't gone down that road. But Elliott did mention this will have ramifications for how the roster is built going forward. Now, in his podcast today, Elliott said he was told that Treliving kind of lost it after Thursday. Like, Treliving wasn't in the building, apparently. He was scouting, which is kind of funny. Considering what the team looks like right now.
For that top 5 pick, they're not going to get.
For the top 5 pick, they're not going to get.
Yeah.
But he was, Treliving was not happy with his people. And Frege did mention, this is going to have ramifications on how the roster is put together. The one thing I didn't understand about that is this is a roster laced in long-term deals with no movements.
Right.
So what do you change?
I think he said the future direction of the team.
Well, what does that even mean?
No, I know. Well,
this organization won't even put out a strongly worded email towards the NHL about this publicly. What are they talking about? It's going to change the direction. The Leafs are scared of their own shadow. What does that even mean? I don't even know. I don't know what that means. I know what I think it means. Oh, now we're just going to get guys who care about each other. Okay. So how do you do that? After 10 years of letting this go? And again, but back to Ron's question and back to what we brought up Friday, man, I think this is the one. And again, I can't say this strongly enough. I can't say this strongly enough. I, in no way, shape, or form, believe Auston Matthews would have jumped in to defend another teammate because he's never done it. It is unfair to suggest that. But that's not the situation we're in right now, is it? We're in the situation where 34 is out for the year. He's got 2 years left on the contract, and now he's alone with his own thoughts. And Judd Moldaver, his agent. What is Auston Matthews thinking? And I heard this clip Saturday from William Nylander. And again, if you go after the NHL publicly, they will fine you. It's a worst kept secret in hockey. I understand it. I get it. But considering Nylander was one of those on the ice who didn't do anything Thursday night, I found this clip shocking. Now, he was asked what he thought of the 5-game Radko Gudas suspension. There's some noise happening around him. It's Saturday night. The Leafs equipment crew are busting their ass to try to get to Minnesota the next morning, which they miraculously did. There was like 20, 25 centimeters on the ground in Minneapolis. They didn't know if they could fly in. Anyway, so you're going to hear some noise around Nylander. Try and listen through it, because the question that he's asked about the suspension leads to an answer so cowardly. I can barely wrap my head around this, considering Nylander was one of the culprits who did nothing Thursday. Here it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really super, knowledgeable on suspensions and what kind of penalties are given out for, what kind of stuff, altercations. So I can't really comment on that because I don't really know what the scale is.
I'm not super knowledgeable on suspensions and what the scale is basically what he said for those who missed it. So not only are you not going to jump in and defend 34 in any way, I'm not expecting Nylander to beat up Radko Gudas. Only an idiot would suggest that. But do more than put a hand up and ask for the 2 minutes so you can get another goal.
But he didn't see it.
And he didn't see it and he was confused. Not only are you not going to defend 34, but when you have a chance to rip the suspension from the league, your line is, I'm not super knowledgeable about suspensions. For the record, you can start most sentences with William Nylander with not super knowledgeable blank and fill it in. But to balk at that question about your teammate who you abandoned and have now done it both on and off the ice, I go back to the question we asked Friday. I go back to the question Ron asked Saturday. I go back to the theory about what Auston Matthews is thinking. Why does Auston Matthews want to be around this? Someone in Leaf Nation who loves this team deeply needs to answer me that question. Because I don't know what this is about. I don't know what, if you are a competitive person, I don't know what William Nylander is about. I'm not a Nylander guy. I don't know if you can tell. Not the biggest Nylander guy. But when asked about a suspension, you run there too. You ran on the ice and you ran in the postgame. When no Leaf fan would have given you an ounce of grief for that, you would have been kind of a hero for popping off. You just care about your wallet. That's a coward move, considering you were on the ice. That's a coward move. At least Riley tried to take some responsibility for it. I'm not letting him off the hook, but at least he tried. That is an insane quote from William Nylander. And I'm going to make it my duty to play you as much William Nylander as I possibly can because I don't think fans understand this and what's going on here. This is a problem. This guy makes no sense. And he cherry picks and floats. That's the teammate. That's $11.5 million a year. That's what that guy's about. Runs off the ice, on the ice, and give me my breakaway. And by the way, lately, not even scoring on those. Good job, Willie. Willie being Willie. Willie being Willie. There's a lot of people in Leaf Nation who love to say the media ran this person out of town and that person out of town. Let me tell you something right now. If anyone one day blames me for running William Nylander out of town, it will be a badge of honor for me. And it will be the best thing to ever happen in this organization. This guy's a clown. And I've had enough. He can't even defend Matthews off the ice. Take the fine and man up. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. At least Pelly and those guys have to play politics with those dudes. I half understand it with them. Nylander will never meet these guys in their life. Cut the check on the fine, defend your guy, and move on. At some point, defend him with your wallet off the ice or on the ice. Do something, Willie. Do something. Slosh in the chat. Preach. What's Matthews thinking? I have a feeling. Your thoughts, Azzo, on William Nylander and
I take
who's basically Braveheart.
Right. Wow.
He's basically Braveheart in this situation.
I take offense to you saying,
what won't he do for a teammate?
We don't
William
know what
Nylander?
Willie's about. We know what Willie's about.
We know exactly what Willie's about.
Willie's about Willie. It's the same guy who gave the crowd and the cameras the finger earlier this year when he was up in the bench. This is a guy who had the best stretch of his career when he was in a contract negotiation. Come on,
Andrew in the chat. This is already an early candidate for comment of the week.
Mm-hmm.
William Nylander screwed William Nylander.
I like this one a little bit better. Snackatoba. Willie 316 says, I'm not super knowledgeable. That's the one that caught my attention. Well played. Anyways,
That's
but we know
good.
how many times are we going to go through it with this guy? Like, come on. We know
I just that one Saturday was low. It was like easy.
Maybe he wants to be traded to Anaheim in the offseason. Maybe that's where he wants to wave.
Go.
So Gudas can protect him. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
I'll take 2 prospects and a first.
Yeah.
I'll take a first, a second, and a prospect for this guy right now. Yeah. Anytime you want. Anytime you ran Willie out of town. Good. Someone should have when he nearly held out the first full season. And he didn't care about the organization then. He's never cared about the organization, ever.
No, but I mean, you brought this up a couple weeks ago too, and I want to give you credit to what Bieksa said, right? Like the Lightning and the Panthers have been trying to poke the Leafs for years, and you never get a response out of them. Ever.
Right?
Like Bieksa said, those aren't bigger teams. They're just tougher.
Kevin Bieksa said cowardice.
Yeah, I know. And
like on a hockey night set. That hockey, listen, let's be honest. That hockey night set, sometimes a little vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. He went down a road, and they got to let Bieksa go more. That's Bieksa.
Yeah, don't cut him off at 90.
Do not neuter that guy. Let him talk. He is a knowledgeable, a smart, tough dude in this league.
And he knows
Let
how
him
to
talk.
He knows how to say.
Jesus. Oh, I can't say anything controversial. All right.
But I think the other part Friedge made was like a lot has happened here in a short time. Remember, Friedge was
that's the quote.
Friedge was the one who talked to Auston before the Olympics, and yeah, he's still committed, but a lot has happened in a short time.
But the context to that was, let's remember around February when things were going to hell.
Yeah.
They did speak to Auston and said, "Are you good?" This is all Friedge's reporting.
I just said, yeah.
And they were good.
Right. But a lot has happened since then.
A lot
in
has
that month
happened.
and a half or whatever it is, a lot has happened since then.
Snack in the chat says, worst thing a hockey player can be called is a coward.
Yeah.
Agreed. The second worst thing is Vancouver Canuck.
Well, maybe Berube needs to do what Phil Jackson used to do and just insert images of the line from The Wizard of Oz into
Potentially.
into highlights.
DGH in the chat, Willie getting pulled over for speeding. He says, quote, I'm not super knowledgeable.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've made my opinions on William Nylander very clear. But I'm going to let you hear this. You got to hear it. This has been going on for a long time with this guy. It's been just spaced out stuff forever. And none of it's made any sense. And now it's like getting to the point where it's unacceptable. As a highly paid player on this team, it's not, and that's classic Keefe, Willie being Willie, and it's Shanahan, Willie being Willie, and it's Dubas, Willie being they have let this grow, they have fertilized this for 10 years. Now it's up to these guys to root out the weed.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do that. But he's a full no move too.
No, I think
it's a mess.
I
Dude,
think
it's
at
a
this
mess.
point he'd want out too. But like, how often have we heard the Leafs say how much more toughness and guys with heart they need? And again, the change in the DNA and the snot and whatever. And they bring guys in, and by the end of their time here, they're not that anymore.
No, they're not.
Like something else is going on here where that gets taken away.
A money in the chat. Thanks, Brendan. Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a couple more here because it's not just Willie that I'm a little concerned of in terms of where Matthews is at. And listen, between you and me, don't hold your breath on hearing from Matthews at all until next season.
No, you won't. No, and
You
the
think
locker cleanup.
Sorry.
Locker
You
cleanup.
think he's going to locker cleanout?
Yeah.
I completely disagree with you.
He has to. He's the
No,
captain.
he's not. He's hurt. Hurt players don't speak.
So who do you
man.
give the C-dude for the rest of the season? Bogru?
Oh, by the way, Bogru. I do like the Bogru story.
Me too.
A lot. Like
Dude.
3 goals now.
That what was it? The first goal
I do like the
yesterday
Bogru story.
was actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cheering for this kid. Man.
Someone is asking where's the John Tavares comment. I was going to pull it, but like I realized it's the same thing I've always heard from John Tavares. And John Tavares is the root of all of this because his captaincy was a captaincy based on passivity and non-reaction. In media scrums, on the ice, you name it with John Tavares. John Tavares, when they asked him to give over the sea, he's like, oh, how do I count the ways? How many ways would you like to embarrass me in this press conference? Just let me know. I'll take it. That hurt this organization immeasurably.
Agreed.
Immeasurably. And that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Because that's insane, some of the stuff that he's pulled. He hasn't thrown a hit in anger since he's been here. He hasn't had a 90-point season. Nothing in front of the media is controversial. He has avoided confrontation at every turn. So the rest of the team thinks it's okay.
Agreed.
I don't want to just pin this on 1 or 2 guys. It's way more nuanced than that.
Again, there's
it's
a guy
way more nuanced than
who,
that.
after numerous times of getting bounced in the first round, talked about how close they were. Like, to me, come on.
All right. So we have one more. We have a couple more Berubes here that I think are really interesting. No, I got 2.
Okay.
It's one. It's one Berube. Berube was asked flat out.
I got 2.
Luke Fox of Sportsnet was on fire again in the scrum Saturday morning. On fire. Luke's one of the best. He asked Berube when is the last time he spoke to Auston Matthews. Keep in mind, he's asking him this Saturday morning. Incident happened Thursday night. Here it is.
Conversations with Auston, like, what's your sense of how he's dealing with the season ending?
To be honest with you, I reached out yesterday. Pretty short, I will grab him at some point here and talk to him. I think he needs to just get his thoughts together and, in a few days, and then we'll chat.
So Craig Berube, as of Saturday morning, hadn't really spoken to his captain.
Send him a text. Hope you're okay, buddy.
And it was short. It was short. Now, the clip we're not going to play for you, Matthew Nyes was basically asked the same thing. And he goes, haven't really talked to him yet. I'm sure I'll talk to him soon.
Maybe he's avoiding all his teammates and coach.
Tavares is the only guy who said he kind of saw him in the room after and talked to him for a second, but that was it. Is it me or is that a little strange?
Very.
How few important people have kind of talked to Auston Matthews, not 24 hours after, but more like 36 hours after the incident.
Yep.
Do you not think that's a little weird, or am I making something out of nothing?
Super strange. If
I
I'm a
thought that was
teammate with
weird.
the guy, I'm reaching out, making sure he's like. For sure.
Can you play the Berube one more time? Listen to the pause while he's trying to collect his thoughts.
And how to play it.
He is not asked, like, what is pi? Like 3.14, like you asked me earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a complicated question he was asked by Luke Fox.
Have you talked to your captain?
Have you talked to your captain 36 hours after the incident? Please play this.
Conversations with Auston, like, what's your sense of how he's dealing with the season ending?
To be honest with you, I reached out yesterday. Pretty short, I will grab him at some point here and talk to him. I think he needs to just get his thoughts together and, in a few days, and then we'll chat.
Doug in the chat, Matthews is gone. He's had enough.
I think he might have left quickly after a while. He had to get evaluated, but yeah, time for nobody after that. Do you blame him?
I don't, because the final Berube clip we have is actually very telling. Berube talks about his year for the first time and references all the noise around Matthews. I've never heard anyone in the Leafs organization talk about 34's year this way. And I mean, you could talk about it that way because the year is now officially over, obviously, unfortunately, because of the injury. But it felt like it's interesting how people inside their walls view it. This was, again, Luke Fox of Sportsnet asked a pretty good question.
Season for him, like throwing the Olympics, this injury, all that. Like, how do you look back and assess Auston Matthews in 25, 26?
Roller coaster, I think a lot up and down throughout the season, obviously, and the different things that went on. You can look at, going to the Olympics and going to the White House. It's a lot of noise. A lot of noise is what when I assess it, when I look at it all. And I'm sure as a player and the captain of the team, a lot going on with him too, disappointment with where the team's at and, just a number of things. But at the same time, winning Olympic gold, which is obviously a great feat. So, like I said, roller coaster.
They're right next to the dressing room, so the door is swinging open.
It always.
I'm just, in case anyone's wondering. MST in the chat, the only time you'll see Matthews at Scotiabank again is in a different sweater. Listen, do not hold your breath on Matthews being at media day. Do you think Auston Matthews is in a hurry to talk about his injury situation? What evidence do you have to suggest he'd like to talk about his injury situation or his teammates?
That's going to be the first question. Were you disappointed with the response?
The questions he's going to get at a media day for the Leafs is not something he has any appetite for.
But it'll be after March 30th when they jump on the ice and try and fight everybody and do stuff.
No, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think the cake is baked.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I really believe that.
I
think Auston Matthews has decided already what he's doing, and based on Berube really talking past tense about Matthews, and based on Elliott's kind of reporting Saturday night, I think we've seen the last of Auston Matthews as a Leaf.
I can't disagree with that.
Is there any argument to suggest otherwise. Like the injury, because the injury does, as messed up as it is, it's
frees
a
him.
perfect scenario
Frees
for
him.
both scenarios.
It frees him.
He will be healthy for next season. It will give the Leafs a chance to maybe recoup something for him. It gives him a chance, like other teams aren't going to worry about it.
Gives everyone an out, without a doubt.
Like that's the first thing I saw when I saw 8 to 12 weeks. I'm like, oh, that's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Matthews wants no part of this again. No part of this.
Why would he?
And at least this season.
You know what's funny about that Berube clip is he came back to the team with like such good aura around him. But then all of a sudden his goal slump started. He couldn't score. And is that the noise he's talking about? Like how hard was Berube on him? Maybe he was just fed up with all of it. Like, I don't know. It's very, very bizarre.
Slosh in the chat. So where do you think he's going?
Maybe he went to Germany, see his doctor, and his phone's off. That's all.
I don't know. I'd go to Germany.
Why not?
Bayern
I got a
Munich.
doctor over
Bayern
there.
Munich might win the Champions League this year. I'd go to Germany. Some big games happening.
With or without Alfonso? Never mind.
Without. I got news for you.
Obviously.
Without. Where do you think he's going?
LA.
I don't want to do this to people yet, but I do have my thoughts. I think they're pretty obvious. I think Utah's a crazy spot.
Really?
Like a middle of nowhere
They're
spot.
looking pretty good. How's Bobby McMahon doing over there?
Bobby McMahon has 5 points. As long as his visa cleared. He has 5 points in a couple games for Seattle.
In 2 games.
Good for Bobby McMahon.
2.
Good for you.
Bring him back. Bring him back in the office.
Clearly no pressure in Seattle.
Give him a 6-year contract.
All the pressure that 15 minutes a night Bobby McMahon was getting in Toronto. Incredible.
It was pent up and built up, man.
By the way, so this is the part of Berube I will never understand and why I think he's gone next year. You have all of this going on with Nylander and Morgan, specifically Nylander. I have to be honest. I think Nylander is the biggest culprit from last Thursday.
Yeah.
No question about it.
He passed him the puck.
No pass.
And
No
didn't
question.
do anything.
Lied about it.
He might have been the closest one to him. That's unbelievable. I still can't get over it, dude.
It's still a crazy, crazy incident. But
from all of it,
from
passing
all
him the puck, asking for the penalty, saying you didn't see it, not doing anything, not backing him up and like, man, come on. Are you a teammate at all?
So with that in mind, let me go down this road.
All right.
So Nylander does all that. He doesn't react, lies about it in the post game. I know what word I used.
He did ask for the penalty. Is that reacting?
Because he wanted another power play point. He didn't care about Matthews.
Oh, I know.
He wanted another power play point.
Obviously.
On the perimeter. Perimeter. So he does that. Saturday night, he's asked about the suspension. He runs from that conversation. Heaven forbid he gets fined the max of $3,000, whatever the max is in the NHL for criticizing the league.
But he's not knowledgeable about protecting players. What do you want?
Sorry, I forgot. He's not knowledgeable.
Not super knowledgeable. I guess that means he's a little bit knowledgeable.
But after all of that happened, if you're Berube, who do you make an assistant captain Saturday night? I'm not kidding. Who does he make an assistant captain Saturday night? William, I'm not knowledgeable enough to know Nylander. And he played him 25 shifts, tied for more than anyone else, tied with Nyes. That's the Berube accountability. That's disgusting. That is disgusting accountability or lack thereof by Craig Berube.
That's pretty bad.
He's lost his mind. There's no way I want to see either of those guys in anywhere near the Leafs next year.
Coaches don't know how to motivate this guy, and they keep giving him. You said
but if you were ever going to sit,
I know
William Nylander.
Mm-hmm.
If you were ever going to sit him, ever,
because these points are important. Obviously,
you're tanking. He doesn't care about his teammates.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Let him give the finger to Matthews.
You made him assistant captain.
Oh my God. What's going on?
Assistant captain. Everything I just said is true. That all happened Saturday night. Assistant captain William Nylander. If he would have walked over and curb stomped 34 Thursday, would he be made captain Saturday night? Would you have made him captain? Would it have gone to that level? I can't believe what's going on, man.
Mike W. says that was a shot at Treliving. Could it be a sarcastic, like, look at what you've given me? I don't know. It's crazy. It is
now,
insane.
I don't know who has final say on captaincies, whether it's no one knows who has power in that organization. I don't know if that's a Berube or Treliving thing. The fact that anyone made him an assistant after that incident Thursday night is such a lack of self-awareness. I want to cry. I want to cry in terms of how much work has to be done in this organization to turn it around. You have no idea, guys.
That's crazy.
You have no idea. If Craig Berube, look at the penalty minutes in his career.
I know.
Thinks you should be an assistant captain after that. Game over. Everyone's lost. No one cares. Everyone's mailing it in. Except for Bogru.
Yeah.
Except for Bogru.
People in the chat wondering what the A stands for. Maybe it stands for something else. Some good suggestions. There's some really good suggestions what that A could stand for.
Maybe the A does mean something else. And Nylander's like, this is great. I don't fully have a knowledge of it, but it's great.
Oh, man.
Wow. I didn't see anyone make a big deal about that Saturday night. I almost fell off my couch. Almost fell off my couch.
Point.
Nylander is made an assistant captain after completely running away from the cheap shot of his captain. Someone needs to explain that to me.
And then sounded great post-game. That's awesome.
I don't have, I'm not very knowledgeable on
what it means to protect the player.
On knees to the knee, so I'm not sure.
Should we talk about, do you want to do that tweet you got sent about the team without Auston?
Yeah, let's do that. I do enjoy when listeners and viewers of the show send us stuff. Thank you very much.
Look at this. Look who you're grouped with.
This is, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Biz Nasty, Leaf updates. This is from Neil on Twitter, who subtweeted Kevin Perry. And Kevin Perry had the following stat. The Toronto Maple Leafs have historically and recently defied expectations, maintaining a strong .610 winning percentage all time without Auston Matthews. .610 winning percentage. Azzo, I'll give you my take here momentarily. What does that mean? Why do I think it's important. Why do the Toronto Maple Leafs seemingly and statistically, eye test and the numbers, play better without Auston Matthews on the ice? Like what I don't want to say play better because I mean the playoffs 9 straight years.
Play harder. Play with more heart.
It is a shocking level of winning they do without 34. What is your theory?
Well, this weekend might have been the best I've seen him look all year.
So why is that? Why is that?
The culture that's built. I mean, what else could you say? But this goes, like you said, this comes from Tavares before him as a captain. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Give me your take. Because, like, I just think it breeds it. When he's in there, they can let him do things. He's the captain, let him lead. And the rest of them, without him, they just skate and try harder, I guess. What do you think?
Here's my theory. Auston Matthews, when he's on the power play and Marner's around him and he has his normal shot, which he doesn't have anymore.
Nope.
Is a 60-goal guy. Take some of that away from him. He's a slow guy who doesn't hit. And from a team perspective, that's a problem in hockey. It really is. And I don't think you have to dig much deeper than that. The Auston Matthews without his shooting accuracy and his shot speed and his release and all of those things, he's not like, his drop off is 40%.
Yep.
He has a slow guy who doesn't hit on a team with a lot of slow guys who don't hit. And I think if you just put in someone who's a bit quicker and maybe hits a bit more. Is Bogru a more talented goal scorer than Auston Matthews? Obviously not.
But it's got to be more than one player.
What is Bogru?
It's got to be more than one player.
No, but
it's the whole team playing
But
harder.
if he's out there on every power play, and if he's out there trying to gain the zone, and if he's out there, if you're playing dump and chase with a slow guy who doesn't hit, what the hell do you think you're going to get out of that?
He plays two ways. Come on, that's all I keep.
Does he play two ways? Because
I've
seen a lot of flybys from 34 this season. Keep telling me he's a good defensive player.
Barkov.
No, there are a few Barkovs.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Barkovs. I'm just telling you, if he doesn't have that weapon of a shot, he's no longer He-Man. He is normal. He's no longer holding up by the power of Grayskull. He's not that guy. He is a second, third line player in this league. If he doesn't have the shot power, if he doesn't have the shot power and he doesn't have speed and he doesn't hit, what is Auston Matthews? He's still a 30-goal guy.
Yeah.
On talent alone, he still has that as talent.
Does that really explain the record without him?
But he's not a fast guy, Azo. I'm telling you.
No, I know.
Speed and physicality matter in hockey. They
Yeah,
matter. I don't care what anyone wants to tell me.
Ask Matthew Nyes about this.
Ask Matthew Nyes. What's wrong with Nyes this year?
Yeah.
No, but it's the same argument. What's wrong with Matthew Nyes this
That's
year?
why I brought him
He
up.
looks slower. His shot's not there. He doesn't look effective. And there are moments where you take Matthews out of it because Matthews also gets, let's be honest here. There's a lot of Matthews defending. He can get very comfortable out there.
Yes, agreed.
Very not really comfortable, but close. I think that's the only theory you can really extrapolate from that.
But does it make the whole team play harder without him? Because it is a team effort. That's more of a team effort last night than I've seen all year.
Yep.
The whole team seems to come
But they
together.
They also
without
collapsed in the third a little bit.
Yeah,
let's pull back a little bit.
They finally understood that the assignment was to lose, by the way. Just as a heads up.
Since we're on the topic of winning percentages, Michael in the chat, Leafs have an 800 winning percentage without Morgan Riley. Take the conversation I just had and put it for Morgan.
You're surprised by that, given the last two seasons?
Come
on.
Morgan
He
and
hurts
Buffalo.
more than-
Morgan and Buffalo did everything he could to not get that point.
Yeah.
For Team Tank, Morgan was your ally on Saturday in Buffalo. Just didn't happen. Wall was too good. So
Yeah, their goalies are too good.
too good. Way too good.
That's why they're not going to get in the top 5 because their goalies are too good. Sorry, in English. Speaking of goalies,
On air is tough, eh?
a little bit.
There are moments just to the listening audience and to the viewing audience on YouTube and X. There are moments because Azo is in his 5th week being on air in his life, and things hit him like
Just doing a whole 2 hours a week. Come on.
no, it's true. No, you were doing
Where
stuff
I
with the
screwed
fan.
up multiple
No,
times.
I should take it back.
it's
I should take it back. But things happen to Azo where I just look at him and I go, I'm like, yeah, that's my broadcasting
I'm exhausted every night.
kid.
I don't
You
go
should
out
be.
anymore.
You should be. I know because you were like, my God, you were
Not
like
doing
Ric
morning.
Flair in the '80s going on.
Speaking of Leafs goalies,
This is
I knew you found this interesting. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
boy, was this a tasty bit of business.
Mhm.
So safe to say there's a lot going on with the Leafs right now? Safe to say?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
Kind of the whole league talking about them.
So now, your captain might want out. Everyone's mad at Morgan. Everyone's mad at Nylander. You're starting to win out of nowhere, and it's hurting your chances of getting in the top 5. Brad Treliving's frustrated. The whole dynamic of the team and how it's built is now in question, according to Elliot.
Brad's not even around the team.
Brad's not even around the team right now. He's scouting. So now seems like a good time to lock up your 4th string goaltender. So yesterday, out of nowhere, the Toronto Maple Leafs locked up Artur Aktayamov, a 24-year-old Russian 4th-round pick from 2020. It's been with the Marlies, and it's a 3-year contract. It's a 2-way contract for this coming season, 26-27. It's a 1-way deal for the 2 years after that. Now, the 1-way deal only means that he makes the same money whether he's in the AHL or the NHL. It doesn't mean he can't be waived.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people think that's what 1-way means. It doesn't mean that. It just means you make the same. However, the incentive for the NHL club to keep that guy in the minors making NHL money isn't very high. So you would like to have that 1-way guy making good money with the big league club. And look, you're hearing a lot about change. You're hearing a lot about the dynamic and bringing in a new core, essentially, is what they're trying to say. Right now, this Aktayamov kid is their 4th stringer. You hear good things. His save percentage in the minors is .904. Okay. I know his record's good, but the save percentage is okay.
Especially in the A.
Yeah. So Hildebee's in front of him, and you got obviously Stolars and Wall. But in basically 2 seasons and a month, this guy is going to be making consistent type of money. It's not crazy money. It's $900,000. But they're trading goalies here pretty soon. Would you not think?
100%.
That's all that means.
Exactly what I read into it. They're shopping their goalies.
So which goalie would you shop, and which goalie gives you the most, do you think? Because both Wall and Stolars are signed long-term-ish.
Right. And on good deals.
Stolars' deal actually hasn't even kicked in yet.
Right.
The weird extension
I think
he
Wall
signed.
does. Although, they're both injury prone. So no, Wall. I would say Wall does.
I think Wall does. The thought of keeping Wall.
Can you trade them both?
Maybe.
No. Maybe. Or Hildeby.
Listen,
somebody likes Hildeby.
Here's the one thing the Leafs have going for them. They don't have a lot going for them. The one thing they have going for them
I mean,
is there are not a lot of goalies around the National Hockey League that are movable, that are decent. They're not. Tristan Jarry lost his job officially to Connor Ingram over the weekend. Like Chris Knobloch of the Oilers basically said that, which is
I thought he was playing them in bigger games. Yeah.
By the way, did you see the video? There are people in Edmonton upset that Tristan Jarry wasn't like giving effort in the pregame skate.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did.
People in Edmonton are losing it.
Yeah.
Like they are so angry at Tristan Jarry. Like,
I think we've been banging our head against the wall over the same problem year after year around this team, like them.
If he doesn't parallel park properly, someone's going to tape it and post it. People hate Tristan Jarry in Edmonton right now. Hate.
Because you made him seem like he was the answer, and he's not.
Jack in the chat, it's a goalie fire sale.
But you need at least 3 in the system, don't you? Because one's always going to get hurt, especially with the.
They have another kid apparently in the Czech Republic.
Okay.
Like, listen, all I'm saying is
you got to listen.
You and I and a lot of people who talk about the Leafs every day keep saying they don't have a ton of assets. It's not 100% true. They have goalies.
Mm-hmm. No,
and goalies are like, and they have goalies like signed. And if they have 2 goalies who finished the year strong and cost them a top 5 pick, there is one upside to that. And the upside is you can sell them maybe for a little higher in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, clearly the Leafs have a plan here. Or maybe they just sign Akhtiyamov to let people know we have a plan. Here's a good story about a young player for the Leafs. Don't look at Nylander and the betrayal of Thursday night. No. Just go to Akhtiyamov. So we'll see. But I thought that was incredible timing for me.
Oh my god!
To throw at a 4th stringer getting re-signed.
So Stolarz has a 16-team no movement clause.
What?
That kicks in. That kicks in when the extension gets. This year he has an 8-team. That's why you should have traded him at the deadline.
He has a 16-team no trade.
Modified no trade clause. Oh wait, but it goes down every year. Well, that's weird. So first year of the extension. So this year it's 8 years. 8 teams. 8-team no trade list updated to 16 when the extension signed. Next year it's 16 teams, no trade clause. The year after that it's 10 teams.
Sorry, and we're talking about Stolarz.
Yes, Stolarz.
Anthony Stolarz,
yes.
Who's barely been a number 1 in his life.
And then it's 10 for 2 years and 5 teams the final year in 2029-30.
What is Brad doing? Chirps in the chat. How the hell do you give him a no trade? WTF. Wow.
Modified no trade, not a full no trade.
It doesn't matter. Modified doesn't matter.
I know. Okay.
Modified is just the same stake to the heart as a full.
I'm trying to look at the bright side,
really.
Sid. I'm trying to look at the bright side.
Not really.
There's 16 teams you can trade them to. It kicks in next year with the extension. I believe that's how it's worked.
John in the chat, dude, 3/4 of the Leafs have full no moves or modified no moves.
It's true.
It's very true.
Very true. Anyways, dude, we're at like 90 already. Come on, we got a bunch of other stuff to get to.
Chris in the chat, modified, schmodified. I don't even know what
That's
that means.
good.
I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Whatever. Just here, take it. I don't know if it means they're just handing them out or what are you going to do? Like, man.
Hey, parents, if you want to go viral in the city of Toronto and your kid has a birthday coming up, somehow give them a modified no trade for a gift. I don't know how you swing it, put it in a box, say you're on modified no trade. I don't care what you do. You will go viral. We will show that on this show.
Maybe if you're adopting a kid would be good. Can't change it.
That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Okay. So in terms of the Leafs and like being a team, because now the whole league's talking about this, how they don't really play or act like a team in any way, shape, or form.
Right. We used to talk about in the city how they have no heart. Now all of North America is talking about it, probably most of Europe too.
So considering the Leaf media were in Buffalo Saturday, they went to the Sabres room.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know if we've forgotten, but
I love this quote.
The Sabres right now are the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, 2 points back of Nick Ehlers and the Carolina Hurricanes. So someone went up to...
Are you starting to believe in them more?
The Sabres?
Yeah.
No. But someone went up to Rasmus Dahlin and started talking. And Dahlin said the Sabres stick up for one another better this season because they've had their issues too in Buffalo.
100%.
Lindy Ruff had to embarrass them.
No, it started off that way. Yep. But then there was one incident.
It was Tage Thompson went down,
I think
Tage
so.
Thompson.
That kicked them into gear. And ever since then, they've been, like you said, they're not taking the poking anymore. They're fighting back.
So Rasmus Dahlin said the Sabres stick up for one another better this season because they worked on their brotherhood. And the question was asked, how do you work on brotherhood? Brotherhood, pardon me. How do you work on brotherhood? And he said, quote, drink beers together, end quote.
That's simple, dude. It's that simple.
Drink beers.
Beers with the boys. That's it. That's it. That's all it takes.
You drink some hops and you're a skip and a jump away from being a team.
Or non-beer, whatever. Non-alcohol, whatever you want.
By the way, I'm crushing non-alcoholic lately.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
Not in a social setting.
You look like it.
I was always, like, full disclosure, I was always beer guy during dinner.
Yeah.
Which isn't good.
No.
But it's tasty.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, try this. And I'm like, this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm enjoying non-alcoholic beer. Socially, I don't enjoy it. I would still need a beer. But if I'm in my home just having dinner or whatever, or if it's like a warm day outside and on the patio, I'll have a fake beer. Have a fake beer. I ask the non-alcoholic companies, we need some pints of non-alcoholics, because right now it's all bottles and
Actually,
smaller
that's a
ones.
good point.
I could use like a tall boy of
Why
non-alcoholic.
is that not a thing?
I don't know, but like
That's
hopefully that changes. I'm sure someone in the chat's gonna have 3
The
brands.
number
that we
of
can do.
people drinking them now is increasing like by the day.
Oh, it's a
crazy.
huge.
Like us with
the
our
industry
followers.
is on fire
It
right
is.
now. Non-alcoholic
mocktails,
beverages.
yeah.
My God.
Edward
in
in the chat. Leafs drink wine spritzers.
Are you kidding? If the Leafs went out for beer somewhere, like, where would they go?
They don't.
Where would they go?
They don't.
Soto? Like, where did the Leafs go?
Yeah.
Like, to Bond.
No, they go golfing and the day after the season. And
Money has a good suggestion as well. Just drink water. You could do that.
Yeah, that's true.
I find when I drink water when I eat a meal, it's a problem.
Really?
Oh, I got bloated. Bad. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, thank you. There's a bunch. I'm not going to say them on air, but there's a few suggestions on tall boy non-alcoholics, which is good.
Okay.
Hey, man, before you know it, it's going to be 20 degrees out here in Southern Ontario. It's going to be good.
I hope so.
We mentioned the Draisaitl injury last night.
Yeah.
Again, it looked like, I don't know, a hip, but I don't know what it was. But he took. It wasn't the craziest
He
thing.
was limping off to the bench.
But the Oilers, we're going to assume at some point today, the Oilers have an announcement on that. He tried to continue. He didn't. The Oilers, though, like, this would have to be a collapse. Oilers are 5 points clear of a playoff spot in the Western Conference. However, there is a threat they can drop into the wild card and get maybe Colorado in the first round. Now, they would have to drop to the second wild card. Like, the Oilers are 4 points up on the Kraken, and Bobby McMahon's Kraken.
Yeah.
The Oilers have to really take a dip to get Colorado in the first round, but it's there. It's there.
I'd be scared of the Kraken with McMahon too.
Bobby McMahon's Seattle Kraken. Can you imagine? Somewhere Stephen Wright is just like,
right?
He's just like, what do I have to do to get any traction on this team?
It's true.
Like, what a pick Slafkovsky was for Montreal.
Dude.
What a pick. Good for you.
I mean, they're dropping a little bit too.
For sure. Okay, any other hockey stuff before we move on here?
No, let's go.
All right. Oh my God, it's 1:37.
I know.
Guys, my God. Azzo, you talk too much. All right, WBC. Hey, Azzo, you down with the WBC?
Oh, you know me.
Canada lost on Friday.
Put up a good fight.
Yeah, Abraham Toro forgot how to throw, and Canada lost 5-3.
He pulled the Bo Bichette, that guy.
But shout out Tugboat. I don't even know his real name.
It's amazing.
It's just Tugboat, reliever for
Love
Canada.
him.
Love it.
Love the fire.
Huge
in that
guy. Love him.
Yeah, the fire in him is amazing.
Venezuela and Italy tonight in one of the semifinals. Winner gets the States. The States won 2-1 against Dominican Republic last night. I have to say, no one
Shout
talked
out Venezuela for knocking out Japan.
Sorry, Venezuela knocking off Japan.
That was the game of the weekend.
That's the craziest. That is the craziest result of the
But
tournament.
that game was great too, back and forth. I love that game on the weekend.
Santander update now from Slosh in the chat. Uber. We're going to get to Santander in a second, guys. Appreciate your patience. This is it looks like it might be longer than expected. So we'll dive into that a little later on. But Venezuela beating Japan Saturday night.
Great game.
But I realized why they beat them. I didn't realize what their secret weapon was. And it's not Ronald Acuna Jr. and it's not
let off the game with
Wheeler Abreu. No. They have the all-star coaching staff. Have
Oh,
you
they do.
seen their coaching staff? Their pitching coach, Johan Santana.
Yeah.
Their hitting coach is Miguel Cabrera.
I know.
And Victor Martinez is on the staff.
Crazy.
That's the greatest. The
Coaching
Leafs would kill for assistants like that.
Mhm.
They have the greatest assistants in World Baseball Classic history. Those guys now can go on the field and make a semifinal just that.
It's true.
Victor Martinez and Miguel Cabrera, are you
As
kidding
your
me?
hitting
And
coaches? Sorry,
Johan
hitting
Santana
coaches?
in his prime ruined people's careers.
True.
Made you look silly.
Couple seasons where he just
Silly.
dominated.
But Canada's out. USA's in the final tomorrow. It is kind of BS. You brought it up, Azo.
Yeah, I don't
What's your
like
beef? Tell me your beef. With the
I don't like that
WBC.
they play today and the finals tomorrow. They should have a day off in between. It's crazy. Like it sucks to me that they got to go back to back, especially with the pitching rules.
But they got to get it done, dude. The
No,
season
I know.
season starts a week
I
from
was
this
really
Friday.
hoping for a Dominican-Venezuela final, but we'll see.
Venezuela are probably winning tonight. I don't want to disrespect Vinny Pasquantino and the Espresso Boys.
Well,
Italy.
who are they starting?
Now they're starting Aaron Nola. Italy's starting Aaron Nola. So anyone with if you had a distant uncle who's Italian, you get in the game tonight. That's basically what Italy's doing.
Yeah.
And Francisco
Well, I wouldn't count them out starting Nola.
Cervelli.
Starting Nola is pretty good.
So, but I want to talk just a touch about last night.
Oh, I want to talk a lot about
The
last
USA Dominican
night.
Republic
We
game.
still got to get to Raps, but let's go.
Listen, no one talked more junk than the Dominican Republic in the tournament. I'm here for it, but when you lose, you got to eat it. And after the game, Juan Soto was like, "We're the better team." No, you're not the better
I'm
team.
so
You
sick
know
of
why?
that narrative.
You don't have a Paul Skeens.
Right.
You're not the better team. No, they're not the better. It's like the Jays were the better team against the Dodgers. Nope, they would have won if they were the better team. You can't fluke your way to a best of seven
sure.
loss. That doesn't happen in sports.
I mean, I don't think anybody saw a 2-1 game coming in that
No.
in that thing.
But the Dominican Republic lost a tight one last night. It was tense. It was tension filled. But Mason Miller, the craziest reliever in baseball, is on the mound at the end of the game. Geraldo Perdomo, with 2 out, is the last chance. Runner on third, right?
Runner on third.
Tying runner was on third
Julio,
base.
my boy Julio.
And Perdomo had an unbelievable at bat against
He
Mason
did.
Miller. I have to give him a lot of credit.
Did, yeah.
So for those who didn't see it, Mason Miller's throwing 102, 101, and then it's just sliders.
It's like wild. Yeah.
Which was ballsy considering
There was already pass ball.
and the third base guy's in. But Perdomo has an incredible at bat going, and then
Take some full count.
so I got sent a screen capture from Patrick on Twitter, and he just said, "Looking forward to your comment tomorrow." For the listening audience, it is the final pitch thrown by Mason Miller of Team USA, and this is called strike 3. Let's just say it was low.
It was.
And Perdomo took a low pitch. He should have. And that's how the tournament ended for the Dominican Republic. Other than Albert Pujols, their manager, no one really spoke for the Dominican. I guess Soto said that out loud, that they were the better team, and everyone knows it because they left. Vladdy and them, they took off. So there's a lot of people upset at this final call. There is no ABS at the World Baseball Classic. No,
Not yet. Not yet.
no ball strike review.
Not yet.
But I have a hard time looking at the final pitch of a game going, yeah, that's why they lost. You couldn't hit Skeens, man. Not that anyone can.
Well, Junior Caminero could.
He's a hell of a player, Junior Cameron.
I got to get into something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go. You're right.
I'm just saying, don't. I heard.
Listen,
I
that's
love.
where the catcher's catching it. It was a bit high. Anyways,
It was a
you have
bad
to
call.
battle.
It was a bad call. But my main
Soto
point.
got screwed even worse in the 8th inning.
True. There were some iffy calls.
There were 2.
There was
that
iffy
umpire was no good all game.
But you cannot. My problem is when you lose,
You
it
can't
just can't be we're better and we didn't deserve to lose and we lost because of one pitch. Baseball's not that
Nope.
simple.
That's
all right.
what-
Like baseball's the sport that kind of makes the most sense. I think you can have less gripes about baseball than any other sport. It's 27 outs. You have a lot of chances here to cross the plate. Like, figure it out.
That's why this
Figure it
tournament's
out.
crazy, because it's a single game elimination,
Yes.
which usually doesn't happen in baseball.
So that was my one takeaway from there. Patrick, appreciate the still. That one was, and listen, there's a lot of people like Patrick upset. I get it. You got to have a bit more grace when you lose, because the Dominican firmly believed in their soul, especially with Japan losing Saturday night. They were going to win this tournament for the second time. Didn't happen. Take your lumps. All good. I one of my big regrets is not being around the Dominican Republic and their fan base for this. It looked amazing.
It's amazing.
It just
Fun.
looked like a
Makes
party
baseball
every
fun.
time.
Yeah,
Baseball
it
was amazing.
It's true.
And so USA into the final tomorrow, and we'll see who they play. Your beef with a couple things was what, though?
No beef. Just besides them having to play back to back, I just thought yesterday was a pure indictment of like how tough the AL East is going to be this year, man. Look at all 3 guys who hit home runs. Junior Caminero plays for the Rays,
Yeah.
22 years old. Gunnar Henderson.
Sorry, Junior Caminero's 22?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know he was that young.
Oh, dude. He's going to be a problem for a while.
Oh,
for a while.
no. Future Dodger.
Gunnar Henderson plays for the Orioles, 24 years old. Roman Anthony.
By the way, and Mark DeRosa has taken a lot of heat this tournament. Sitting Bregman for Gunnar Henderson kind of worked out last night.
It worked out
Gunnar Henderson, with all due respect to all the moves Baltimore's made, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, they got Shane Baz, they got Pete Alonso. It's Henderson who's going to have to carry it.
Dude, for sure.
Adley Rushman and Henderson have to kind of be the guys.
Without a doubt.
And he might be.
And putting him at a position he doesn't typically play at, third base.
Correct.
Like, doesn't play a lot. Who hit the third home run? Roman Anthony from the Red Sox, 21 years old.
The Red Sox
player.
Will score runs this year.
He's pretty good.
They will score runs this year.
And then I don't know if you noticed this, but almost every reliever besides Mason Miller was out of the AL East too. Tyler Rogers with the Blue Jays, Griffin Jacks from the Rays, David Bednar from the Yankees, who was great in both games against Canada.
Yeah, too bad he wasn't great for the Yankees towards the end of last season.
And then Garnett Whitlock from the Red Sox.
Whitlock's a good pitcher, man.
Yeah. Like, those are all AL East players, man.
So
like, the AL East is going to be a bloodbath. Like, it's going to be a war.
Good thing the Jays have the A's and Rockies to start the year.
Well, Jeff Hoffman was in the bullpen, right?
Oh, I freaked out when I saw that over the weekend. Team USA have added Jeff Hoffman. Do you think Jeff Hoffman gets into the final game tomorrow night? Do you think Jeff Hoffman plays for the United States?
No, because they have a day's rest.
Let me tell you.
They don't need him.
Let me tell everyone in this chat. Well, first thing, Dan Ruiz in the chat. Back to the Dominican Republic. Albert Pujols' post-game presser was very good. Didn't want to make it about the cult strike.
Yeah,
Pujols is a class guy.
They had their chance. My problem with that comment is the DR had their chances. They had their chance multiple times. And then I need to also mention on the DR side of things, the guy who pitched the ninth inning is on the Yankees roster as well, Camito Doval.
Doval, yeah. They got him from Colorado at the deadline last year. Yeah.
He threw a great ninth inning.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't believe how much I was into that game. Like when Severino got Judge, and we didn't even mention Aaron Judge, who in the outfield, whose arm looks okay. His shoulder all of a sudden
Aaron Judge has been tested, and he's won. Like, honestly, if I'm a Yankees fan, great to see.
Yeah, 100%.
Holy cow, is that a positive?
But yeah, when Severino struck out Judge and Schwarber back to back, I jumped off my couch. That was crazy. But dude, look at all that representation from the AL East. You can't tell me this division isn't going to be stacked and good.
It's going to be good.
You come out of the AL East, you have a chance at the
It's going to be good. Again, the Jays get going a week from Friday against the Sacramento Oakland A's.
My biggest beef with that pitch and it not being called a ball is that it took us away from another moment of teammates facing off, right? Tatis versus Mason Miller. Would have been amazing.
That would have been ridiculous.
Padre versus Padre. That's my only beef with that.
That would have been ridiculous.
That's my only beef with that. Yeah, it's crazy. It took us away from that moment, which they would have had first and third, probably second and third, Tatis up.
Chris in the chat. Hoffman gives up a meatball to Italy in the finals. There's a lot going on in that comment.
I like that.
There's a lot going on in that comment. Now, but listen, I have to say, I know there's still a lot of Jeff Hoffman defenders out there. I'm not sure why, but you're out there. If Hoffman blows, if Hoffman blows us for the United States tomorrow night, the discussion's over. I don't want to hear this again.
That's fair.
He's not a full-fledged closer.
That's fair.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh, they're not going to let him close with Mason Miller.
I don't know what the rules are. Can you play a guy? Can you not play a guy? I don't know.
If he gives up a home run at all, we have to have a conversation in a tight game. We'll see if it's tight. I'm just worried the finals gets away from it.
Paul in the chat. Great framing by Will Smith on the final strike last night. Not exactly Alejandro Kirk-ish in the framing last night. Okay. Do we talk quickly about, you know what? Let's hold off on the Aaron Judge until tomorrow.
Okay.
Aaron Judge had a lot to say about the vibe of the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to go over well in New York, but it's really, let's hold off on the Aaron Judge.
Okay.
We'll do it tomorrow.
We tee up the final.
I think it's going to be Venezuela, USA.
I think so too.
God bless Italy. It's a great story. Love it. But you know what I really loved? Max Scherzer Saturday.
Woo!
4 2/3 innings.
Let's go, Mad Max.
No runs allowed, 5 Ks against Detroit, and Skubal was on the mound, so it had like a big time feel. Azzo, this 41-year-old looks like he's ready to go. And tomorrow is Jose Barrios' second opinion day down in Texas. So we'll see what happens there with his with the inflammation in his elbow. How sustainable is this?
It's a great question, man.
Honestly,
just because of the age, you wouldn't you have to question it. But he's Mad Max, man. He knows what it takes. He knows what his body is. And the fact that he knows they have a chance to compete and go to a World Series, I think that keeps that fire burning in him. Like, he's of a different mind, dude.
He's 41. He's 41.
I don't care. As long as he's still doing it,
by
the time the Savage comes up.
What do you mean no care? He's 41.
No, I care. I'm saying, if he
part
can
of the
start the
story,
season,
man.
and again, we're talking spring training, so like let's let.
I'm
the
just like
regular season-
I'm staying very grounded on Max Scherzer. Now, the one thing I think we can all
Dude,
agree
if that's
on,
your fourth starter, your fifth starter, how can you like have any issue with that?
the thumb's not an issue.
No, we haven't heard
That's
about it
the one
once.
thing I will jump on board with
Knock on
you
wood right now.
and anyone.
Dude.
He is not like
I think he's more prepared for this season, given that he knows they have a chance to win. Given that they are
Potentially.
one of the contenders, I think
Potentially.
he is really ready for this year.
Brian in the
You
chat.
asked me if I thought he was going to have a better year. I do.
Okay.
I do. And I think I love that his contract set up like that for every extra 10 innings because it's just going to kick his brain into more compete mode, like to get there.
So you are all in on the spring from Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
That's been like a
How can
week
you
and a
not
half.
be?
Brian,
I'm not going to say he's not going on the IL at some point this season because
it might happen. Yeah.
But
He's 41, man.
yeah, exactly.
Brian in the chat. When Scherzer's arm blows out, put in your Savage.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's what I
guess.
mean. As long as he's doing it until your Savage comes back, considering how they're slow playing him, like I'm okay with it.
Slosh, excuse me, Slash. Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash is in the chat. Slosh in the chat. Mad Max, not human. His arm should be roast beef, but he's a cyborg, knock on wood.
Yeah.
There's this cult thing now around Max Scherzer in this organization. Is that healthy? Because I don't want him yelling at the manager publicly anymore. I don't want
Honestly,
that garbage
think-
over.
yeah.
That's not, I don't find that cute. A lot of people found that cute. And I know Schneider was kind of looking for that kind of response, but that better end with that.
If you're
Like,
winning
I
or
don't like
losing,
that.
it depends if you're
Yes.
winning or losing, right? It brings a different
Correct.
feel around it depending on how the team's doing. So we'll see how it goes. Last 10 minutes. Slosh Hogger had another question. Raptors? Last 10 minutes?
Oh, one more baseball thing,
Okay.
and we'll dive into the Raptors. Congratulations to opening day starter Kevin Gausman for the Toronto Blue Jays. Kevin Gausman, at the age of 35, and this the last year of his deal, will be throwing a week from this Friday against the Oakland Sacramento A's. His first opening day start. I always find it funny when managers say it's about time he started when he had the power to start him the whole time on opening day. That's what John Schneider said.
He
It's about
deserves it.
time.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time someone threw him in there. Yeah, it could have been you. Could have been you the whole time. Whatever.
He started Barrios last year. He didn't know was hurt. Cool.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Nice managing there. Yeah, any like where are we at with the
Well,
year that Kevin Gausman might have, and what do you expect out of Kevin Gausman?
So he's a guy getting up there too. Again, this last year of his contract, and he's the one who keeps bringing up how he's like maybe contemplating retirement, which is a bit weird. So I think his whole heart's in this season. He'll
Right.
do whatever it takes to get through.
I
it
think so too.
to help the team compete. Like, and if they win, maybe he does step away, or I don't know. I think he's fully in on this. He's taken such a leadership role, and to me, that's big. That's key because he is one of the smarter guys. Like, I love hearing quotes from Kevin Gausman. He knows what to say, when to say it. So the fact he's taken a bigger leadership role this year means a lot to me, I think, and it means a lot to the team. Like, I love that he's stepping up in that way to be a leader on this team.
Now, it must also be said he's entering a free agent year, and I don't
Right.
think it's a coincidence. He's like looking for a third pitch.
Yeah.
Like he's working on it a lot.
But dude, he's done
I'm
fine
just-
with two.
He has, but he's getting older.
Yeah.
The velocity is dipping a little
Sure,
bit,
sure.
and entering a free agency year. Like to me, in life, when you add a third or fourth pitch and you haven't had to have a third or fourth
Yep.
pitch forever, it means you know full well your body is changing.
Well, like I said, the fact he keeps bringing up it might be his last season is a little bit worrisome to me
Correct.
because it's like, what is he feeling something? But you know he's going to put it all out there. And listen, the last few seasons, in the same way you talk about Cease, sometimes he has a dip in the middle of the season, but he always recovers well and he's ready at the end of the year. It's a guy who makes all his starts. So
Yeah,
kind of
for sure.
slack. And I want to shout out the Jays. I love these graphics for the 50th season. I
Let me
love
take
that
a look, sir.
50th logo and all this throwback feel with the pennants.
Also,
and
they're doing
old
the
cards.
baseball card thing.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
love it.
I love it.
Those were the tops, right?
Yeah,
the tops
I believe
cards.
so. But even that 50th
We're
logo,
looking
like, it's pretty sick.
for the listening audience. We're looking the Jays official account throughout the Gausman animation with the 50th anniversary kind of retro feel. It's good. It's cool. I like it. And the Jays today. Let's just take a look at what the schedule is looking
Marlins?
like for them.
Marlins, I believe.
They are on the road against the Marlins. This is one of those road trips. Yeah, they're still on the road trip that no veteran wants to go on because of the bus rides. So,
Definitely so.
Lazaro Estrada is throwing for the Jays this afternoon. Actually, game already started at 1 o'clock.
Oh, and Casey in that lineup? No.
No, I don't know. I love
Oh,
me,
yeah, it's already
love
started.
me Samoa and Casey.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, shout out Canada putting up a fight against, like you said,
for
a
sure.
couple bad errors when you get to a big stage like that. But I think they're just going to keep climbing up, man. They could be the Italy team in the next one, making a bit of a Cinderella.
Let's hope.
Because they're missing 3 of their best pitchers. Matt Brash, what's his name? Smith. Like, they are missing some top pitchers who will hopefully be there for them next time.
For sure. Raptors had a good weekend. Beat Phoenix Friday night. Scotty Barnes with the craziest block I've seen in a while on Jalen.
That was insane. He kind of lost it before he went.
He did. He got destroyed first and then recovered very well.
Yeah.
And then RJ Barrett's looking like he's a version of RJ we
Good
really
option,
haven't seen before.
Good third option.
And
the only guy was quickly struggled a bit yesterday.
He struggled a lot.
Yeah.
But Pirtle seems like he has a spine.
That might be his best.
And I mean
game
that physically, like he actually has a back.
Yeah.
The Detroit win yesterday was significant. We haven't seen that a lot. Beating a really, really good team who played Jalen Duren, who had Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, you play fantasy basketball and you're frustrated, just draft Cade Cunningham because he's going to play.
Even the little things,
honestly,
that little behind the back pass on the steal, like it's just so smooth. He's such a good player.
But I want to talk about the pregame clips from Friday.
Okay.
And there's not a ton of video.
Here's another team who got called out last week for how they defend their
the
team.
Jamal Shed Raptors incident is something a lot of people talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated Darko's initial reaction of, well, I got to see the tape on DeJounte Murray standing over him and embarrassing him. So pregame Friday, and for people who don't know, coaches usually speak around 4:30 on every NBA game day. It doesn't get a ton of publicity because usually the game kind of takes over. But the stuff from Darko Friday before the Suns game was fascinating. And I think like it's self-explanatory as to how badly Darko and the Raptors screwed up in New Orleans when DeJounte Murray stood over Jamal Shed and yelled at him. So this is what Darko said. Quote, after watching the film, I thought we did not handle that situation the way we were supposed to. Our players had conversations with each other. They know that's not the true image of our team. It's never going to happen again. He goes on to say this. There's a way you need to stand up for each other and protect each other and this team. That we have is all about that. All about connectivity. It needs to be addressed the right way. I have a problem with the line, they know that's not the true image of that team when that is the image you put up. That's my only issue with that quote. I applaud the mea culpa. Again, it's way late, but MLSC have this problem, which is now company-wide, and I don't know what they do about it. Now, the Raptors seem to come out, there wasn't like an incident against Phoenix or Detroit Friday or Sunday, but to hear him say that means, again, internally, stuff was noticed. Now, in terms of the Raptors dropping to the play-in tournament, because they've struggled for the last several weeks.
Yeah, they're back up though now, right?
They're back up after yesterday, but when they started, they weren't.
Right.
So Darko, this is the quote from Darko that you might want to pin up somewhere. He says about not playing well. The storm is good because I know what's on the other side of the storm. The weather is going to be nice. The sky is not falling. It's just snow, guys. End quote. I still think the Raptors are a little limited here. Their rotation was 8 deep, I believe, yesterday.
Right. He's gone into playoff mode.
Oh,
already.
yeah. He's going to run these guys into the ground because he can't trust anyone else.
Exactly.
But
he'll put a guy in, but if he doesn't feel it, he'll pull him out and not put him back.
But the Detroit game is something. Like, you can't just get your doors blown in constantly by great teams and then play well and have people like us ignore it or the fan base. I don't think that's fair to the Raptors and Darko at all. So that was a great thing to see yesterday. Listen, if you have to go short rotation, what is there? How many games are left? I don't know, 15, 16, whatever it is. Go short rotation.
It's
time.
I feel like he's started to go that way for the last few games, for sure. But last night to me was also an indication, like, you have Ingram on, you have Scotty on, you have RJ on. If they're all playing and they're all on their game, it's when one of them starts to fall off
for sure
that this team struggles. And they weren't backing down from the physicality. To your point, Pirtle looked good, right? Like, I know Quickly wasn't on yesterday, but they were all like kind of playing to their potential. And when they do, they can keep up with those better teams in the league. It's just when one of those guys kind of falls off, how the team steps up and how they rally. I was hoping, like, the pass I'll give them, they're a younger team. They haven't been together for 10 years like the Leafs. Those weren't the longest standing.
It's not.
teams.
You're right. It's not apples to apples,
Right? Like,
it's not.
So hopefully they learn from it. We all said we hope they use it as motivation to get down this last stretch of games because they are facing some good teams, and so far they have. So knock on wood, they keep it going, man.
But again, a healtty Pirtle changes a lot.
Oh, changes a lot.
Like Jalen Duren is
they still need
a
another
serious
big guy,
player
but-
this year, like in this league.
Yeah.
Like for Pirtle to look good,
Yeah.
that's a game changer because
Right.
they just get buried by bigger teams.
100%.
So Raptors take on, I believe they got the Bulls up next, and the Bulls are just terrible. That's a Wednesday night game.
Yeah.
Raptors should win.
Oh, because Schaefer is in town with the Islanders tomorrow.
Leafs and Matthew Schaefer tomorrow night. Oh, Schaefer's gonna have a field day tomorrow night at Scotiabank. Watch the Islanders if someone moves on Schaefer and hits him. Watch this. Watch what's going on with the Islanders right now.
100%.
Billy Smith-ish. Like they just go nuts. It's a yard sale. Also, shout out to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander,
Yes.
who just got to 20 points yesterday.
Barely in the final minutes.
Continuing the streak of consecutive 20-point games. I believe he's at 129 right now.
28 or 129?
I don't know.
It was 128, but
Let's double check.
And only the second time in the entirety of the streak that he's only landed right on 20.
It's 128. My apologies. 128. But that was dicey yesterday.
Yeah.
He almost
in
missed.
the final minutes. Like
He almost
and
missed.
And it was a foul on the
Yes.
basket. Had he not got the basket plus the foul, he probably would be at 19. But yeah, it's only that blew my mind. It's only the second time in the entire streak he landed right on 20.
Let's wrap this up. I want to save the TFC conversation for tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. You need
'Cause
some time
they
for
had
that.
their home opener yesterday. Saturday, I should say. It was very interesting.
The first account views of those stands. Maybe we'll grab some. Yeah, we got to talk about that. That intrigued me more than the game. No
Like
offense,
they look dangerous. Those
Dangerous.
stands.
Imagine having a couple beers and trying to walk
Do you know
up
what
that.
German soccer fans are going to do to those stands?
Oh my God.
Do you know what Ivory Coast and
Yeah.
Croatian
I'd
soccer
be drinking
fans are going to do?
non-alcoholic beer to
Oh,
walk
they're going
up
to need a
there.
lot of those.
You better be
A
buying
lot.
non-alcoholic beers to walk up those
my
steps.
God.
Oh my God.
All right. Any final points, Azzo? You
No,
good?
we're good.
All right.
You got almost everything.
Yeah, nearly. Oh,
Oh no.
speaking of,
Give it to him.
I apologize. We
Wait, what?
we wanted to get to the Anthony Santander story, but we ran out of time. Sorry about that. On behalf of Jeff Azzopardi and everyone here at Sick Media, my name is Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.